Actually, the Manu Samhita says women are not to be given independence. They are to be always protected. Now, this is a very controversial statement, especially in today's world. How can we oppress women? Women are not supposed to be suppressed. They are as equal to men, and etc. etc. All these arguments are there. Those things are not. They are not to be. They are not. We are not against any of those things. That women should be given equal status in society. They should be given respect. They should not be suppressed. They should not be oppressed. Yes, all these things are true. Then how do we understand what Manu is saying? Actually, if you see the examples of various personalities in the Vedic times which are described in the Puranas, we can properly understand the mood and the intention with which Manu is making this statement. Like, for example, Kunti Maharani. Kunti Maharani lost her husband, Pandu, at a very young age. And she had 5 small kids to take care. She took care of them, they grew up. And when they grew up, what is the kind of respect they accorded to her as a mother? When Arjuna won Draupadi and in the Swayamvara, and he brought her back, and he told Mother Kunti, I have brought a gift for you, I brought a present for you. Kunti Maharani did not realize what he was saying. Without looking, she said, all 5 brothers share amongst yourself. Then later she realized, oh my God, he has brought a wife and what did I do? I told, share amongst your brothers. She just told very casually. But the 5 brothers took it as a command. And they said, okay, that means Draupadi is equally the wife of all 5 brothers. This is the kind of respect that was accorded to Kunti Maharani. Her wish was their command. Where is oppression? Where is suppression here? Manu Samhita says, in the old days, the woman should be protected by the sons. And that brilliant example of how a woman should be protected by the sons is given in the life of the Pandavas, in how they protected and respected Mother Kunti. Actually, when Manu Samhita, Manu is saying that women have to be always protected, they should not be given independence, means they should not be let free. They should not be let free without protection at any point of time. Women are always to be accorded special protection. Not only that, we combine it with the statement which is given by Chanakya Pandit, who says that Matravat Paradareshu, a learned person should always look upon every woman other than his wife as his mother. Now, when from childhood, if a man is educated, that woman is not an object of enjoyment. She is to be respected like mother, and she is worthy always of your protection, not your exploitation. Then what happens? Every man will have great respect towards every woman who is not, even though the woman may not be related to him. And that is how in the olden times, women were given so much respect that if a man were to abduct a woman, then according to the Shastras, the husband of that woman can go and kill that abductor. And there is no sin involved in this. And the most brilliant example of this is how Lord Ramachandra, he killed Ravana. Not only Ravana, Ravana's entire dynasty, whoever stood in support of Ravana, all of them were killed by Ramachandra. For what? Just because of his one wife, Sita, who had been abducted by Ravana. Lord Ramachandra set the example. From this, what we can understand is the honor of a woman was accorded the highest position in the society, according to Manu Samhita. Woman was to be highly respected. She was not to be exploited. She was not to be objectified. And she was not to be exploited in any manner. Always to be respected, always to be honored. Children had to always take her wish as their command. These were the kind of, this was the actual spirit of Manu's instructions in the Manu Samhita. It was not for any sort of suppression or oppression or exploitation of any kind. And that is why in the society in those days, women were given so much respect. And whenever women would be disrespected, then it would result in some war or the other. Even Mahabharata, the war of Mahabharata and the war of Ramayana, both of the wars, if you see, were fought because of the honor of a woman was insulted. The Pandavas and the Kauravas were living together. Little bit skirmishes here and there used to happen. Little bit, fight here and there used to happen. But it never used to be a full-fledged fight to death. But the day the Kauravas decided to insult Draupadi by trying to disrobe her, that day the seeds of their death in the battle was sown. That was the instance where the Pandavas decided that the Kauravas have to die because of the insult they have committed to Draupadi. Similarly, the day Ravana kidnapped Sita, that day his death was written. We can understand both the battles, both the great battles in our history have happened to protect the honor of a woman. That means the Manu Samhita, and people in those days used to live by the Manu Samhita, by the codes of the Manu Samhita. That was the dharma. The path of dharma means we have to follow the Manu Samhita. So people understood the spirit of Manu's instructions, and accordingly the woman was given such high respect.